Oh, we're on now?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. Hold on. Oh, look at that. Look at
Wait one second, Henry.
that. That's funny. Oh, here they come. That's nice of you all to come. Michael Kelly says, I'm first. Brian from Canada, hey. Michael Kelly, wow. Marco Cruz, Joette Crocker, Karen Smith, Stargazer, Sherman. Well, now I can't keep up with you guys. Oh, look at that, Jan. Already almost 200, just like that. God bless these people. Didn't think you were going to be on. Well, it's not necessarily what you think it is. Hey, YouTube tonight. Girl Homo sapien?
Mm-hmm.
Girl Homo sapien. That's funny. In other words, there is Homo sapien, and then there's also Homo sapien. Jiggy Jakers, Jiggy
Jakester.
Jakester. That's a cool. That's somebody new.
Mm-mm.
No, they're not new.
No.
Oh, okay. Rami, hi Rami, our moderator. He says, "How's your father, Frank?" That's one of the reasons why I'm doing a UB2B tonight. Good evening, says Deborah. Hi. Much love. Indeed, much love. One love. Nice shirt. Ah, thank you. Matching underwear. TMI? I'm sorry. Mr. Frank, just would like to tell you thank you so very much. I'm on your form, but not in premium, not in my budget, but I follow you as close as I can, and you know how grateful I am. If you can't afford the $10, you're welcome to call me, and I'll gladly give it to you free for a month, okay? It's okay. God gives me plenty. I'm not supposed to keep it all. I'm supposed to share it. Sherm TG says, Frankie, aloha! Aloha to you too. We're at almost 400. When we get to 500, we'll start, okay? Let me say hi to a lot of you. See Rocha, Rocha, it looks like how many Aloha shirts do you own? What do you think, babe?
It's too closet full.
About 600?
Mm-hmm.
500?
I don't
I
know.
think
A
so.
lot.
After 33 years of going, every time I go, I come back with like about 20 of them. But I don't get them where you get them. Everybody gets them at Waikiki and Honolulu and, the ABC stores and all that. No. This would cost like about between 45 and $55 at the stores. No, on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, go to the Aloha Flea Bowl, the Aloha Flea Market. The same shirt that costs like about $50 or more is about $10. You remember? I forgot to wear my necklace. You remember my necklace? It's got it's got 47 charms on it. Every time I go to Hawaii, I buy a charm to remember what I did that year, and I add it onto it. But Frank, you've only been there 33 times. How come you got 47 charms? I found some extra ones that I liked. Sorry. Here we go, 500. We're ready to start. I believe today is the 5th, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. Who's this? Ruxy Walsh. Do you know that name, Jan?
No.
Have you heard the bad things that the dinar chat guy has said about you the other day? Not nice. Everyone has their own opinion and have no right to badmouth you or anyone. Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. I heard that today he went out of his way to make a really big production to cut me up. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if humanity was to take its energy and not apply it to negativity or evil or harm, but to good, to love, and to help? It would be a different planet. It wouldn't be planet Earth. Let's get started. Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your UB2Bs. Frank 26 UB2Bs. It's November the 5th, 2019. I greet you with agape love, the same type of love that our Heavenly Father greets us with. Hey, listen, I'm here to talk to you just a little bit. I promise I won't take up too much of your time, but I'm here to talk to you about two things. Number one, my father, and number two, this here investment that we're involved with. Can I just say one word? Okay, one word, right? Just one word. Watch. I told you. Oh, wait, that's more than one word. Never mind. No. Watch. Oh man, it's gonna get. I told. What I say? What I say? You watch. The President of the United States of America get involved in the Middle East and with Iraq, with Iran. Watch. Do you remember I said those words to you? I mean, you could not forget those words, could you? They were very, very well calculated. Let me see. A W, an A, a T, a C, yeah. Do you remember? I mean, it's in your notes. You can go back and listen to the recordings. Ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, watch the President of the United States. I'd like to talk to you about the two subjects. Let's start with the first one, my father. It turns out that my dad, we took him to we called, and if you don't know about these things, you should. Yeah, you should. So we pick up the phone, and we call 911, and I said, it's not an emergency. It's not an emergency, but I do need an ambulance. So what they did is they get you what they call an amulet. An amulet. That's cool. It's emergency medical service, EMS, pretty much. So this here amulet. Well, first the fire department shows up, not in the big fire truck with all the bells and whistles and attracting everybody. It's not 911 emergency. I learned something. So 911 gives me an amulet, and the fire department shows up in a nice little truck, and they were the backup for the amulet, the EMS. Pretty cool. And they come in, and they ask questions, and they assess the environment and the patient. Okay, let's put a brace on his leg. All righty. Let's all four of us get together. We'll just pick him right up off the bed from his bed sheet, and we'll put him right on the gurney, and we'll roll him back. We'll roll him out. Sounds good. And then we met them at the hospital at the emergency room, and they let Dad in while we talked to the people there, the social workers and the desk people and all that. After about an hour or two, some doctors came and talked to us. And they said, we're going to take x-rays. And we said, yay, that's what we want you to do. Because he fell on his knee. So they did. And they came back and they told us that he had, how did they put it, Tink?
Fractured knee.
Yeah, they said he has a fractured knee. The first thing I thought of is he fractured his patella? Really? I mean, that's just a free-floating bone. That's us. Well, the doctors, they didn't have much time and they took off kind of quick. It's okay. Because then I called my son. He's a physical therapist. And he said, Dad, a fractured knee is not necessarily a patella. In fact, it's very rare that it's the patella. And you don't really do surgery on a patella. Is that what they're saying? I said, yes, son, that's what they want to do. They want to perform surgery on him. But I told him, I said, wait, So we're going to talk tomorrow morning to the surgeons. And I told my son, I said, I'm going to vote to say no surgery. Last time he had anesthesia, he went into a stupor for 3 months. We lost him. No. And my son says, Dad, you're gonna have to vote yes. Because a broken knee is not the patella per se. It could be, but very rarely. It's probably the tibia. It's probably the femur. The bones that are connected in the knee area. At least it's not broke. If it's fractured, they'll go in there and they'll put a rod, and they'll put a pin, a steel plate. Great. But that would be the best thing that is being recommended to us, because if not, then Dad would be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Don't want that. You don't want that quality of life. It's just a little bit more difficult to do things. So it turns out that tomorrow morning they're going to call me, and I'm going to go to the Medical College of Ohio, MCO. That's not MCO anymore, is it?
No.
It's University of Toledo
Medical college.
Medical College now. Yeah. That's where our son graduated from, in fact. Anyways, wish us luck, and we'll take all your prayers, because prayers really do work, don't they? Oh yeah. It was a couple of nights ago. I got woken up at 4:00 in the morning with a cramp in my hamstring. You know what I mean? When you have one in the calf, oh, you can stretch it. Okay. When you have a cramp in your arm or something, in your tricep, you're like, stop it. Okay. But when you get one right there in your hamstring, with the groin area and back of it and all, no, there's nothing you can do but cry. And I remember, because it was 4:00 in the morning, and I guess I oh no. I guess I stretched, and I stretched to the point where I was lacking water. I had just gone to sleep. I was so tired. And I stretched, and my hamstring cramped, and there's nothing you can do. So quickly I said, God, here you go, please, God, please, in the name of your son, Jesus Christ, by the power of his blood. In fact, just as I was saying that, the cramp went away. Really? Normally, this sucker stays with me for about 15, 20 minutes, and it won't let go. You see, there's a difference between if you get hit, ouch. But what happens if somebody grabs you and pinches you? Ow, 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 let go. And that's a cramp. It's not a ow. It's like let go, let go, let go, let go. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. So I prayed, and before I even finished my prayer, God answered my prayer, and the cramp stopped. So that's why I say to you, I'll take your prayers for my father. Prayers work by faith. I had so much pain that my faith was so strong that my Father, my Heavenly Father, would put a stop to it. And it happened. Whoa. Anyways, um, I, I, I promise. So that's part one. Broken kneecap, or broken knee is what they call it. We'll go in there tomorrow. He'll be in the hospital probably for a month, and then rehab probably for another 2 to 3 months. And so pray for him. His name is Ezekiel. Ezekiel. Hey, Tink, let me have the black book where Dad's thing is in there. Ezekiel Villa. And the newspapers found out, our newspaper here in Toledo, they found out about Dad getting the award. So the newspaper here in Toledo wrote him up. A nice story about him. In fact, his story is so impressive. Going in at the age of 14, there was more to the story. And his dream was to become a gunner. He wanted to be a gunner. But there was no need. The jets were now developed after the World War, or after World War II. So Dad was put in intelligence, gathering intelligence. I guess the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Alrighty, so we pray for Dad. Now, part two. What time is it? I'm not going to keep you too long. I promise, I promise, I promise. Hey, by the way, these are Dad's vital signs. Look at that. Isn't that cool? You want to see Dad? Hold on. Oh, you know what, babe? The pictures are on your camera. That's okay. That's all right. We don't need to do this. Let's talk. You want to talk about the Iraqi dinar? Just for a little bit. Because I didn't even get a chance to finish everything last night. I figured I'd give it to you tomorrow. I got to say it just one more time. One more time. We'll get it to it one more time. One more time. One more time. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now suggest, what was this, 3 weeks ago? Almost a month ago. 3 weeks ago at least. Ladies and gentlemen, KTFA Kona family, may I now suggest that you watch President Trump get more involved in the Middle East. Oh, buddy. I told you, Iran. I told you. All right, here we go. Ready? Everything's in my opinion. So that was one. Number two, ring-a-ding-ding. Hello? Ring-a-ding-ding. Hello? Who this? Delta. Hey, Frank, how you doing? I'm doing good. Doing good. Delta, what's going on with the CBI auctions? CBI auctions, Frank. They decided to do something different. What? Well, they're causing sales to increase. Sales to increase? Yeah, yeah. In many markets, the Iraqi dinar value is increasing because in some of these markets where sales are escalating and starting to grow and get bigger, um, it's running into a problem. What problem? Because it's getting so popular, and because everybody knows what's going to happen with the Iraqi dinar, I guess, in our opinion, it's causing a count problem, a liquidity problem. Yeah, yeah. And on top of that, they decided that, hey, here's what we need to do, says the CBI. What? In order to ensure that there is liquidity in the market, why don't we just go ahead and have two auctions? Well, we don't do that until Thursday. Today's only Tuesday. Yeah. So Delta, this is to ensure that they have enough? Yeah. Because it's getting popular? Yeah. Well, that's good news, isn't it? Yep. Think about the value of what Delta brought you this morning. And think about the importance of that the value is so popular now. And you saw that rate. What was it? 11? I don't forget what it was, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. There's a great demand for the Iraqi dinar. And that's at a program rate. Can you imagine when it's on par with what? I don't know. You tell me. Well, let's talk about that. Okay, let's talk about it. What? Well, let me see. Yesterday, you said, Mr. Frank 26, you said, that Warka was talking about the Iraqi dinar, and you said that they were talking about it being on par, the Iraqi dinar. And you said on par with what? Huh? Scooby-Doo. Huh? On par with what? I don't know. Where did the article come from? Saudi Arabia. Oh. Well, everybody knows it's on par with the American dollar. Saudi Arabia knows it's on par with the American dollar. Yeah. So, the IQD is on par with, well, let me see here. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know they said that it was on par with the American dollar. I'll tell you what. Warka? Yeah. This is what you're saying? Yeah. Saudi Arabia? Yeah. You're the ones that put this out? Yeah. But you know it's on par with the American dollar, right? Yeah. Is it by any chance on par with your dollar, Saudi Arabia? Yes, sir. Too late. Is it on par possibly with your currency, Saudi Arabia? Because one to one is okay, but recalculate. What's your rate, Saudi Arabia? Well, Sean? Okay. What else you want to talk about, family? I don't know. What do you mean, don't know? Talk to me about something. I don't know. Saudi Arabia newspaper, what about it? Well, isn't that the one that Delta brought to us and was talking about Warka and that it was on one-on-one? Yep. They weren't talking about it being on par with the American dollar, were they? No. This whole call is in my opinion. I had a dream. I had a dream about all of this. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness, time goes by fast. I only got 5 minutes left with you. You stop breaking my clock? Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question. What did I say yesterday about the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar, about inflation of the Iraqi dinar? What did I say about these vital signs? What did I say about that? I believe it will be purchasing power, hang tough like the Dream Impossible Arab basket. It will go up 1.2. It's good to see you, Uncle Frank. That it remains stable. Ding, 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 ding. We got a winner. Give him a. Can you hear me? Are we back on? They broke my UB2B.
You said stable and boom.
But I said stable, and they broke my UB2B again. What do I have to do to get them to stop breaking our UB2B, Tink? Yeah. I don't even know if they can hear me or see me. I don't see them. Can you see them in there, Tink? Mm-mm. I bet you they're not there. They broke it. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
I thought you talked back to me. Don't do that. Whew. It's a big one, Elizabeth. So the question was, I can see you. I can see you. I can stop it. Stop it. Okay. I'm just clowning around. So the question was, did you notice that that these vital signs, I say, Governor, is that why you call it vital signs? You'll be to be. Yeah, vital signs. These vital signs, family, have not moved. Now, if they had, if any of these vital signs, had gone, nice, hurry, nice. Oh my goodness! But no, very stable, very stable. Not bad, Dad. Not bad, soldier. Ooh. Yeah, looking good, Dad. I mean, with all the stuff you're going through. The pain, huh? I know, yeah. So, we have a country under turmoil, basically under war. And it's fascinating. Just like Delta said, that the exchange rate of the dinar in some markets is high. It hasn't suffered. It's going up. And then, on top of that, nothing seems to bother. The exchange rate, the inflation, the economy of Iraq. Gasoline prices should be going like $5 a gallon right now, huh? Normally. Jeez Louise. You get one little hiccup. A camel that pulls the oil cart broke its nail. Oh, that's at least $2 more a gallon, isn't it? Isn't it? Huh? Isn't it? Yeah. Cha-ching. Yeah. Find me another reason. Okay. Good God, there's every reason in the world. Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, and protesting, Turkey, the knuckleheads. There's every reason. but not one is affecting it. In fact, you know what? Somebody's doing that for a reason. In the United States of America, who was it? I can't remember now. Oh my goodness, he was the CEO. Oh, Mickey D's, McDonald's. Hey, McDonald's. What? How's your CEO? We fired him. We fired him. Yeah, we sent him to that French restaurant, Le Wendy's. Yeah, we fired us at. And because of that simple little, really, McDonald's CEO is enough to fluctuate the markets in the United States of America. Oh, you silly rabbits. But yet, something so devastating, the loss of lives, is not causing any loss in the monetary and the monetary reform of the Iraqi dinar. Fascinating, isn't it? So, can we smell what he say?
I don't know.
You got rid of it?
Yes.
Marco Cruz? But he's been with us for a while,
I
isn't he?
didn't ban him. I just got rid of it because he smells something. So
Can you smell? It's not me. I took a shower last Thursday. Yeah, I'm punctual. Anyways, that's all I wanted to tell you tonight. How about if I spend like 5 minutes with you and tell you something else? I was going to save all of it for tomorrow. There's a lot to read about our fireflies tomorrow. A lot. This one is from 7 o'clock in the morning. And did we shut down, Tink?
no, but mine froze.
You froze. If you freeze, family, just hit refresh. And by the way, I'll do my very best to hurry this up. Hi, Frank. I'm sorry I'm late. I'm a newbie for about 3 months. Enjoy your teachings and premium. Sorry to hear about your dad. Praying for him. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that prayer. There you go. Oh, that's brilliant, C.S. Hessman. That's brilliant. At this time, in this speculation, we don't have time for negativity because everything that we seek right now is positive. That's pretty good. I'm not leaving till you tell us something else, Frank. Wait a minute. Good morning, Mr. Frank. On our television this morning, we saw a body. We saw a body complaining about the United States of America, giving support to Mahdi's government and all the killings that they are doing. Says America. America should step up and help us not support Mahdi. Now today, Mr. Frank, we gave four more new demands today saying, get rid of the snipers. Number 2, dissolve Parliament. Number 3, hold early elections. And number 4, have the United Nations oversee these elections. And by the way, Mr. Frank, the United Nations are still here in Iraq. They're meeting today with the government to see about getting demands met by the government. We even have Barzani here. Barzani from the Kurds says that a delegation from Kurdistan will be in Baghdad soon to work on final agreements. Security forces are in TV demanding protesters to back away from the government buildings. However, groups already passed the bridge, Mr. Frank, and we're getting closer and closer, even to the green zone, the government. It's totally corrupt. And also, solder. Totally corrupt. This is interesting. He sends me Amos chapter 9, verses 13 through 15. Yes, indeed, it won't be long now, God's decree. And then it goes on. Very interesting why he did that. Very interesting verse. Very interesting. Mr. Frank, Eddie said that the slogans in the streets are Free Baghdad and citizens. Mr. Frank, the citizens are storming the Iranian consul. Eddie says that the Iranian deals about 90% of their goods in Iraqi markets, and they are afraid that the citizens in Iran, now listen, that the citizens in Iran will raise up too, also seeing Iraq and their citizens and how they are killing us and how Mahdi and the government is letting this happen and doing nothing. Totally Iranian control. Remember we told you? Iran, this will backfire on you. Your people will rebel against you. Government disconnected the internet again this morning, saying that the demonstrations are out of control. Mr. Frank, now this is much later in the afternoon, Eddie is saying that they have just made an announcement. An announcement agreement has been met today with Barzani in Baghdad to pay the citizens their monthly HCL oil credits. Dang, I didn't even read that. No amount given just yet. Just deal reached by the government to help keep Iraq from going back into Chapter 7. If this comes to pass, the amount would be over. I don't want to give these numbers out. And so forth and so forth, just agreed and signed. It has been just agreed upon right now. We await to see what unfoils, to see if this comes to pass. Just agreed and signed by all parties today. Very good. Thank you, Eddie. I'm going to post this on the forum. And I did, like around 3 something in the afternoon or 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, and this is a whole lot, And I haven't read to you what I'd say about, well, Thursday. I didn't read Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, you got about a week's worth. So if we read this tomorrow, you kick back and relax because there's a lot of information, things you just don't. Well, you know. Alrighty. So, but really, no, really, HCL. When did you? Wow, I didn't get the memo. This is interesting. Of course, it just came in a few hours ago, so work on it, man. I can't believe we missed that. So thank you. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed yourselves, okay? I give all honor and glory to our Heavenly Father for helping us with our earthly father. I thank my wife, my sister, my aunt, my son, all those that contributed. You, your prayers. And I thank you for allowing me to come in tonight and point out some things to you. Those were 4 important thoughts, I think. You see, I'm not the guru that comes on and says, let me spend, 30 minutes destroying somebody. because of what they said. It's wrong. But what I do is I come in and I spend 30 minutes defending those that were insulted. I got to stop doing that. It gives too much airtime. In fact, the only reason people know about him is because I mentioned him. Alrighty. Y'all take care of each other. I got work to do. KTFA Premium. You might see me in there, but it would be later on tonight. We're counting trucks. God bless you. Aloha. Ahui ho. Till we see each other again. Bye bye.